And we style like Gucci, Gucci, Louis, Louis, Fendi, Fendi, Prada. Them basic bitches wear that shit, so I don't even bother. Gucci, Gucci, Louis, Louis, Fendi, Fendi, Prada. Them basic bitches wear that shit, so I don't even bother. Gucci, Gucci, Louis, Louis, Fendi, Fendi, Prada. Them basic bitches.
Hello, so I'm Ricard and I'm applying for menswear in FIT. My senior year, I didn't know what I wanted to major in, and I looked into FIT because I was really curious about that school, and I saw menswear and I was like, that's a major? And then I clicked it and there was a video that played and it kind of explained the major and showed what the students were doing, and I was like, this is exactly what I want to do. That September, I knew the whole application process was going to take a long time, so I was like, let me start now and let me start drawing and sketching now. I've drawn throughout my whole life, but it was never really centered around fashion, you know? It's kind of been a roller coaster since then. I have a picture of the first thing that I drew. I guess I'll put it there. And I was so proud of it. I literally showed everyone. And I did another one. They don't really showcase my skills very well, so I was just practicing and practicing. Mid-October, I actually started drawing, focused on completing my portfolio for FIT. I wanted to do one design rendering a day up until the portfolio review because I really wanted to get my stuff checked because I wanted to see where I stood or what I could improve on, and I highly recommend that because I'll go into it later. I made another video where I just talk about that whole experience at FIT portfolio review, but I highly recommend, if you can go to it in New York City, if you're in the tri-state area, go to it because they give you such good info to improve on your portfolio. 1, 2, they track that you went to it, which shows interest and shows that you want to learn and improve before you even get into the school. And 3, I guess that's only 2, but, and 3, you get to go to the school again. I don't know. So yeah, I did that. I went to both of them. It was in November and December. Going in on the November portfolio review day in FIT, I thought I needed to have everything completed, and it was upcoming in like 3 weeks, but the week before was really the motherfucking grind. I basically did 1 portfolio ready drawing a day, so 7, and I wanted to get my sewing project done too, which is fucking crazy. You can't do that all in a week because I'm stupid, but I thought that's what I needed. You absolutely don't. I came in November. It went really well. The man was really impressed. He gave me really great feedback. I could not explain the weight that took off my shoulders for him to say that my stuff wasn't complete shit, you know? I have a video of me actually when I came out. I sound like a complete bitch, but yeah, that's just how I felt in the moment, so maybe I'll insert that or something.
So I'm like walking, the guy literally loved my stuff. Oh, holy fuck.
I came in portfolio review with only 7 drawings, I think. And I just put it all in this weird like portfolio binder kind of thing, and I just showed him that. People kind of bring in like all their sketchbooks and all their projects and sewn garments or whatever, but I didn't have that, and also I didn't think to bring all my work, you know? I just wanted to bring the stuff that showed me off well. He said okay, my biggest like, yeah, like he said he was gonna write like a little note for me, he called it. This is so like lackluster. Let me do another. Okay, I'm back. Let me talk about things that I actually showed in my portfolio. Granted, I have not been accepted. I just hope I'm gonna be accepted. And I'm just gonna show my portfolio. This is my mood board, and I called it a mindless escape. Oh, where's the binder? So this was what I came into portfolio review with. This was my mood board for my mix and match. Like, can you see it? I look stupid. Yeah, this is like night, and this is like, honestly don't know. I just made it. I thought it looked pretty. This was the last thing I did before the portfolio review. I was really rushing. I was up till 4 a.m. trying to finish everything that I wanted to present for him to check over. But I didn't end up submitting that because you need to explain your mood board when you put it into slide room, and I wouldn't be able to explain that, as you can see. Nothing bad was said about this. The second time I got my portfolio checked, the woman said like I'm one of the few people she saw who did it right. She liked that I had my swatches on here too. So definitely have color swatches that would inspire the mood of your collection. A Mindless Escape, which is what I called it, is a collection for the inner wanderer. This board exhibits a transition from the pure explorations of the day to the intimate mysteries of the night. I was inspired by night and day pictures of European cities such as Amsterdam and Venice to display the emotional evolution that derives from the simple passing of time. And then you have to put the destination and season. So I've seen all these videos and they always say, don't do Paris. So I didn't do Paris, I did Berlin. I don't know if that's good or not, but I said Berlin, fall, winter. For menswear, you have to do 1 shirt, 1 jacket, and 2 pants that are supposed to be able to be mix and matched. Hence, you know. For fashion design, I believe it's a, what is it? A skirt, a jacket, I don't even know, like a pants. Oh, I have no Wi-Fi? Does my phone have Wi-Fi? Oh, that's my phone. I mean, I could just kind of fucking talk about it. So I used Superimpose because I knew how to use it. I just think it'd make my work look clean, and I use that to also edit my drawings to look neat and look cohesive all together with my flats and all that. So I had it like kind of laid out on paper like this, but then I edited it to look like this, you know? I'm honestly really proud of my mix and match collection. I had this one with the jacket and these pants, and then I have this other one without the jacket and these pants. So the way I did this on slide room was I put it in the order that I wanted them to see it. So the first one I believe was this little guy. I'm like, when I submitted it on slide room, it looked like this. I just wanted it to look like just like pretty generic menswear. I don't think it's anything too special. For additional details, you're supposed to put 2 sentences, and honestly for most of them they were either really hard to think of 2 sentences to say about them, or was too little for me to say enough. But for this one I said, the thin silk blend shirt is layered between the heavy overcoat and matching sweater and shorts pairing. It is designed to experiment with the combination of light and heavy fabrics. Which honestly, like, I wasn't really thinking of that while I was making it, but I think it's a key point of it in general. So I just said that. My next one is this, and it was the last one I made. You're supposed to submit 4 to 8. I submitted 7 menswear designs because I wanted to show as much as I could. I really wanted to focus on the intricate details of this sweater mainly. I don't know if they can really see it, but I still liked it, so I put it in. My next one, which sometimes I debate on wishing I didn't submit, and I said that it contains an overcoat with a matching vinyl shirt and pants. I was inspired to create this design using the PVC fabric because of its plastic texture and shine. And what I really like about this design is how I rendered the vinyl fabrics, because I think I did a really good job on that. But honestly, I could have done without the coat. But I still like the coat, but I wish it was on something else. And whatever. Okay. My next one I like. This one's inspired by biker fashion, and I wanted to create like an elevated streetwear look. And I took references from biker gear to portray the toughness and slick attitude that is often associated with the biking community. This next one, I have mixed feelings about. I really like how the drawing came out, but I don't know how it fits with everything. I wanted it to look like a military uniform, but kind of flip it to not look so tough, but kind of look very, not even childish, but show like fragility and fear. That's what I wrote here. I made like a puffer, like jacket hood attachment kind of thing. And the jumpsuit is made with a thin linen fabric, and that's kind of what I wanted to show, how loose and unfitting this was, but like intentional. The shoes specifically, because it's white, and the rubber part of it, I don't even know what it's called, is pink, so it kind of shows like innocence, I guess. And the little bow was kind of cool too. And then this one is one of my favorites. When both people who reviewed my portfolio liked this one specifically, and it's a matching cocoon jacket and sweatpants made with solid striped wool. A sheer chiffon ribbon is lined along the jacket and pants. And yeah, that is all I have to say about it. But I really like it. I honestly really want to like create that one day. My last one, so I wanted it to be my final piece. Quilted tech vest with 2 front pockets and 2 side pockets. And I paired the vest with a utility belt. I don't even know if that's really what it's called, but that's how I said it. That has a leg harness and 2 front pockets. The woman said the coloration of it was really nice, which I really appreciated. Love her for that. And then my sewing part. I'm not proud of my sewing, but whatever. When I went to the open house, they said, we just want to know that you can use a sewing machine. But also, your aesthetic and design of it is also valued, but they just want to see your construction and technical skills in sewing. And my first thing was these pajama pants. Not the proudest of those. I like this one more, my next one. It is a front and back view of a fleece quarter zip pullover with a zipper and side pockets. You could put another photo, which is like an additional detail for that. I'm not even gonna show the picture, but I showed the side, which showed the pocket. And yeah, I guess that's it. Oh, also, should I read my essay? In 250 words or less, provide an example of when your point of view differed from a teacher or employer during an evaluation of your performance. How did you handle it? And I'm gonna read that right now. In junior year of high school, my literature class had a unit on poetry. After each lesson, we were given time to free write our own poems. My teacher would often ask for volunteers to read the writing in front of the class, and I would volunteer regularly. Though most of the poems I presented were heartfelt, I also shared a humorous one describing a painful experience I had eating potato chips. As a final project, we had to submit a collection of 5 poems to be graded. I received an A on the project, but noticed 5 points deducted from my presentation grade for use of improper tone. Curious about my grade, I stayed after class to ask my teacher. She referred to the comedic poem specifically and tells me that I had read it informally. In response, I told her that I had purposefully read the poem the way I did to promote the humor. She understood my point of view but remained firm on her grading rubric, which I completely understood. I did not think that it was fair that half of my presentation grade was deducted over one poem, considering that I had read a dozen throughout the unit. Even so, I appreciated being able to speak and express my concerns with her. I think the point of this essay, I could be completely wrong. They want to know that you can take critiques or be able to handle criticism, and that's what I wanted to show. But I also wanted to show that I still stand by my work, and I still stood by reading the humorous poem the way I did because it was supposed to be humorous. So the fact that it's like a poem about eating potato chips, like I think that's pretty funny. I don't know. So that's also what I wanted to show. Fashion design and the fashion industry can be very serious, so I kind of wanted to show a more lighthearted side of me. And yeah, I guess that's it. That was my portfolio. Hopefully I get accepted. I'm making this video like I did get accepted, even though I'm yet to hear anything. FIT. I hope this helped at all. If it does, or if you had a good chuckle looking at my shit, sure. But that's what I submitted for my FIT portfolio. For the sketches, they want us to really see your drawing skills, 1, variety, aesthetics, and I don't know what else. But something that you should really emphasize is that you do exactly what the instructions on the website are telling you. for your portfolio submission. You don't want to submit more than you are supposed to or less than you're supposed to. Just read the instructions and follow them. Long story short, that was emphasized every single time I got my portfolio reviewed. They always emphasize follow the instructions on what you're supposed to submit, because that's what fucks people over a lot. They just submit what they want. One that shows that you don't follow instructions. The open house I went to, they said that it's a big part of your consideration in the application process is that you followed all their guidelines. Hopefully I'm starting the fall 2020 semester. Word, peace.